What is up, guys? It's Troy at the Full Setup here, back with another video for you. And today we have a unboxing and sound test of this thing right here. This is my new microphone. This is the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure, and this is a microphone I'd been looking at for a while. It originally retails for about 250 to 260 pounds, but you can regularly find it for 200, which puts it right in line with the Rode NT1, a microphone that I was also very interested in getting and been watching a lot of videos comparing both the microphones, but eventually chose the Lewitt LCT 440, which I will explain a little bit later at the end of the video. Now, I'm going to take you in for an unboxing in a second as well, but I think it's worth mentioning that I am currently running this mic through a DBA X286S voice processing unit, and then plugged into a Focusrite Claret with the air mode on. So when we do some tests in a second, we will turn all the processing off for you. So I'm going to take you in for that unboxing then, and I can show you all the awesome accessories that this little microphone comes with. So here is a little look around the box. Lots of buzzwords on the front here. I'd say it's a little bit too congested for me. It makes it not look, as premium as this microphone actually looks when it's out of the box. So this is the LCT 440 Pure. This is their second cheapest microphone. The cheapest one being the LCT 240. This is basically just a cut down version of, I think, is it the 441? So it's just the cardioid version of it rather than having all that multi-pattern stuff. It's a little thing about the microphone on the back and all the specs, which we're going to go into in a minute. Designed in Austria, assembled in China. I think their higher end mics are actually made in Austria as well. And also a big apology to Lewitt, because in my last video, I regarded you as a UK brand when you're an Austrian brand. So I will apologize for that one there. Some of their higher end microphones actually come in a really nice flight case as well. So first off here, we've got the quick start guide, a couple of quick start guides there. I'm pretty sure you're going to know how to do that. Warranty, and there should be there it is, one out the way. Got a Lewitt sticker as well, so that'll be coming to work with me, because how do you make your horrible business Dell computer look nice? You put sticker bombs all over it. Then get this microphone case. Is that leather? That does feel like real leather to me. It doesn't feel like PU leather. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know if you'll be able to see that there, but ooh, this is nice. It's got a really nice felt lining on it. I mean, if I was going to have some like nice winter panties that I was going to wear to keep me toasty and warm, or like insides of my pajamas, this would be it right here. It's like a little fuzzy bear going on. And then we have the shock mount and the pop filter, so we'll take a look at those first. And the microphone. Let's just get it all out so we can get the box out of the way. So the one thing I love about Lewitt is, other than the LCT 240, which I'll talk about in a second, they all come with really nice pop filters. Not pop filters, shock mounts. You also get a foam pop filter, but as you can see, that was inserted in there. So you're going to have to put that over your mic for a bit to get the shape out of it. And they come with these really nice mesh filters. Now, the LCT 240 doesn't. It just comes with a standard mic stand adapter, but they do look at the microphone in a second. They do, what's it called? A value pack, which most companies in the UK are selling for like £5 more. And it comes with one of these shock mounts. And then I think just the foam pop filter. I don't think it comes with the mesh. But you can buy the mesh for it if you want it. But overall, this looks very nice. Now, it is all plastic construction, which I don't mind, but this is my problem here. And again, we'll see. Now, this little section here, I don't know if you can see that, where it connects is metal. Now, this outside bit here is all plastic as well. Would have loved to have just seen the whole, the whole connection to your mic stand being metal. I don't mind that being plastic. There we go. And then you've also got, it's got a 5/8 connection, and then you've got your thread adapter in there as well for connecting to a 3/8 stand. Lovely little tiny mesh pop filter there. And then we've got the foam one as well. As you can see, I like to use the big foam pop filters because no mic technique, horrible voice. Poppity pop, pop, pop. Pow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, this thing weighs 310 grams, but it feels like I've got a lot more in my hand now. As you can see, they do put something on the front to remind you that it's the front. Okay. I mean, people do make that mistakes. Like people, I've watched plenty of videos where I've been like, your microphone is backwards. And you don't know if you can see on the back there, it says P48 cardioid. We got pure there. M213. Like, this is a tiny microphone. This is a big reason why I went for this microphone. Just have to get that. Lewitt LCT 440 pure. Like, let's just have a little look there. That's my Model O wireless. And this isn't a particularly big mouse. It's not like the smallest mouse going, gaming mouse, but it's not, you know, Logitech sizes. And look, it's smaller than that. As you can see, we've got the 1-inch capsule in there, cardioid. And there is another layer of mesh inside this. This is all really sturdy as well. You know, it's something like I'm really pushing on that. You know, as other microphones, if I pushed how I'm pushing now, it would just bend. So that's really nice there. We've got the XLR connection quality. This feels like a super quality product. I mean, for £200, all of this so far is feeling nice. You know, we've got to see how it sounds. That's the most important thing. So you just plug that in, screw it, tight. That's it with the mesh filter. I mean, look how compact. So there's probably just see some footage here of it compared to the SM7B that I'm using right now. But this thing is super compact. This is what I wanted. I wanted something that was discreet. And then you've got the, you know, the foam filter as well. And again, still super compact, but it looks so gorgeous with this on. So we are now recording just directly into the Focusrite Claret interface. I've got the gain set to about 1 o'clock and I'm recording straight into OBS. Now I have still got the pop filter on because I'm just terrible with my plosives. And before we, you know, do some tests and tell you the specs, I think it's very important to tell you a little bit about me, just in sort of how I test and all this sort of other stuff, because I think it's super important when you are going to buy a microphone. Do not just watch one video and hear it sound like it's the best studio microphone you've ever heard and go out and just buy it. You need to watch a crap ton of other videos, okay? Because you need to listen to different environments. You need to find someone that's got a voice like yourself, for example, and then you can make a better judgment. So let's talk about acoustic treatment then. So I've got a little bit of foam padding just up in front of me here, but it's not very thick stuff, okay? It's only the thinnest stuff. And I've got 2 computer monitors in front of me, and just on my side here I've got a PC that's glass. So we've got all these reflections and reverb and all of this stuff moving around, all right? We've got all of this, you know, all of this sort of reverb and things moving. Now to the left of me I have got some curtains, but again they're only thin, and I've got like a little small room divider about that does like sort of half of this space with a towel, you know, a couple of towels chucked over it to try and deaden it. But behind me, okay, behind me over here, we got nothing. Up on the ceiling we got nothing. This is a lightly treated corner in a very big room, so this is going to be picking up tones. Outside of that I've got a nasally voice, which I could cut out with EQ now, but you know, like I said, this is supposed to be the unprocessed version. The only thing I might put in is a noise gate. You know, I just want you to hear the microphone for how it is. I do get hay fever in the summer as well. It's probably the worst time for me to be testing microphones, and I'm super sibilant, you silly Susans. Okay, a lot of S's and stuff in my voice. Basically, I've got a nasty voice, which is sort of where the SM7B does suit me quite a bit because it's dark, but I just like the natural tone sound from a condenser microphone. So that's me, rough voice, rough audio recording. There you go. Probably not the biggest sale point, but then you might not have a treated environment. There might be parts of your voice that you don't like, so you need to, you know, listen to this, okay? It's also very good to see, you know, what a microphone can do in a fully treated environment, but you need to know what it can do in a non-treated environment. So let's talk about the specs of this microphone then. So I'm sure, as you can see from the back of this microphone, it's got a nice large 1-inch cardioid condenser microphone. Being a cardioid, it's going to pick up most of the sound sort of here. If I move away from it a little bit, it's just gonna, you know, not hear my voice as much, but we'll do some more of those tests in a second, okay? So the LCT 240 has a sensitivity of -31.2 dBV. It has an equivalent noise of 7 dBA, a max SPL of 140 dB, a signal to noise ratio of 87 dBA, a dynamic range of 133 dBA, and being an XLR large diaphragm condenser microphone, it is also going to require 48 volt phantom power. So this microphone then, sound wise, what do I think of it? I really like it. I really like the way it's capturing my voice. It doesn't have as much bottom end as the Rode NT1. That's something I would like a little bit more bottom, but I'm obviously able to add that in later, whether it's through the DBX or, you know, in post, adding that sort of EQ. There you can hear a little plosive there from where I'm not too good with my plosives. It is definitely picking up some of my sibilants because I have a sibilant voice, because it has got a boost in the treble, but it's nowhere near as bad as my Stellar X2. Sorry that I haven't got a, you know, can't do a comparison for you, but I did sell that microphone a few weeks ago. So overall, I quite like it through the mids. Very nice. There is this lumpiness bit around the 4K, which I can definitely hear coming through on these headphones. But like I said, I sort of removed that a little bit by the time I start using a de-essing, because it's around those frequencies that I'm cutting out of my voice anyway. Next up, we are going to do a proximity effect test. So as you can hear, we are getting some more bass into this microphone now when we're about 1 inch up on the microphone. We are now about a foot away from the microphone. So this is what it's going to sound like. I'll probably get a little bit more in line with it, but this is 1 foot away from the microphone, so you're going to hear all of that room tone. Maybe if you're popping your mic a little bit more hidden out of the way. And then back over here, this is as far as I can go, so I'm actually about 2.5 foot away from the microphone, and now you should be hearing lots and lots of room tone. Apologize, we're going to do a plosive test, so might want to turn it down. Pumping purple platypus. 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 And now we'll just do a little bit of side rejection test. So now I'm talking directly into the microphone. This is me over to the left of the microphone. This is now me over to the right of the microphone. And this is me now talking into the back of the microphone. So why did I pick this mic over the Rode NT1 then? Very hard decision. When I was listening to all the sound tests, I really couldn't find a difference. You know, I couldn't choose, okay? I just thought both mics sounded fantastic. I very much enjoyed the sound of both of the microphones that I was listening to. And even in the comment section, all the comments seem to be split like 50-50. Half the people wanted the Rode, half the people wanted the Lewitt. Now, when I was looking at it, you know, purely from a frequency response perspective, which is very important when you're picking up a microphone, should be, you know, pretty high up your list. The Rode obviously is beating the Lewitt quite considerably here. You know, it's smooth all the way through, and then we just got this treble boost, okay? We know that both these microphones are super quiet. They're both two of the quietest microphones in their price category. They're quieter than microphones that cost twice as much. So we know that's there. So looking at the frequency response of the Lewitt, you can see it's very lumpy. But one thing I think that the reason Lewitts look extra lumpy, I mean, this bit here around the 4 kilohertz, that I don't like. Luckily that my voice is being de-essed around that sort of frequency. I'm around 5 kilohertz, so it's masking it a little bit, okay? But the reason I think that the Lewitts are so lumpy is because, as you can see here, as I'm going all the way up the frequency curve, it's going to show me the dB. Okay? Don't get any of that on the Rode. You know, you just have to zoom in and use your thing. So Lewitt do this on all of their microphones. They show you this on their frequency responses on their website. So I think part of the reason that this microphone looks lumpier than it is because of this. Because of this feature. They're not adding in any frequency smoothing, any graph smoothing. I'm not accusing Rode of doing it, okay? But we know that microphone companies do that. They smooth their graphs to make it look more of a consistent line. So like I said, this bit I don't like, but the rest of the frequency response is okay. I think the Rode's better in the lower end, and even from listening to it on tests, I definitely think the Rode is better in the lower end. But obviously I've increased that here with the DBA-X to give me that little bit more of a bass frequency. So the Rode's got the better frequency response. Then why did I go to the Lewitt? Because like I said, listening to them, I enjoyed both the microphones. I knew both of them would probably be more than enough for the type of content that I make on this channel. So then it came down to, where am I going to put the microphone? Well, I'm going to have it here. I'm going to have my camera there. Now, this microphone is considerably smaller than the Rode. The Rode with the shock mount that has the mesh pop filter on it, it's going to be like having my face in front of my face. So due to how I've got the camera positioned, that is why I picked the Lewitt. Now, I know you should always pick a microphone based on sound, okay, sound quality, but the Lewitt is enough for me. It does enough of what I need. And this is when then you have to consider, well, where is it going? How am I putting it? How I'm going to use it? How far away is it from me? All of these things. And that is why the Lewitt won it for me, okay? And just from this day one test, I am super impressed with this microphone. I really like the sound of it. Now, one place where I'm struggling a little bit is I was actually open to spend a little bit more on a microphone. And the reason I bought the 440 first is because where I purchased this from, it's back shop in the UK. They allow 120-day returns. If you turn it to them in perfect condition, you get a refund. You can exchange it for something else. I love Backs. Couldn't, big them up anymore. Great company to buy from. So I do think that I might send this back and try out the 540S, the 540 Sub-Zero, because, that's the microphone I wanted. But I was just thinking, do I need to spend £500-600 on a mic for just this type of content? But overall, I'm very impressed. I haven't done any major processing on it yet. I haven't done any sort of processing through Adobe Audition. We're just using the DB8X, which I've mentioned a few times. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing with this mic over the next few weeks. And if you would like me to come back with maybe a 2 or 3 month later video, if I'm still using this, obviously by watching, other videos I upload, you'll see if I am still using it. Yeah, do let me know. But I think for £200 that you can get this for, it's a fantastic deal. It represents a lot of value, and it is one of those microphones, again, like the Rode NT1, which does punch above its weight class. That is another consideration for you as well. Also, if you don't mind the sibilance, you can get the Stellar X2 imported into the UK for about 220, I think it costs in total, or you can pay 280 for it and get it direct in the UK from Amazon. Another consideration as well, if you want a small, super fantastic sounding microphone, I think it's the AKG C214 is around that price point. But I think if you bought this microphone, you wouldn't feel like you've overpaid. You wouldn't feel ripped off at all, and you'd be very happy with it. As always, I can never end a video, so I'm just going to leave it there. But as my first impressions of a Lewitt microphone, from everything that's included, the quality, the build quality, and the sound, I couldn't be happier, and I'm very happy with my purchase. Anyway, that's it from me today. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike, and I'll be back with some more content very soon.